history of humanity is coming to an end, not by war, nor by natural disasters, but by facing the gods. In Parliament, the council meets every 1,000 years of the gods presided over with the supreme god. The content of the meeting talks about the decision that mankind will have to end life or continue to exist for the next 1,000 years. The gods all voted against given to put an end to humanity. All the gods have lost patience with humanity over what they've done about climate change. When the vote was made, now a god blocked that decision. She is Brun, a demigod. She was opposed to the gods' decision on humanity. She thought that was too cruel and should give them a chance to test them. It was a battle between gods and humans. Its rule is to choose 13 humans and 13 gods and let the two sides fight. If one side wins 7 games, that side wins. This rule is just a joke, because humans can't fight the gods. But after Brun used provocative words, their pride was touched and accepted this battle. So the sound of hammering to launch the final battle between man and god was given by the god Zeus. Now Brun must choose 13 extremely outstanding humans to confront the gods. In the arena, extremely hot and vibrant atmosphere. The first battle is about to begin. The god faction is a red-haired god. He is the most powerful god in Norse mythology. With this hammer he was the god Thor, and on the side of the man who was considered a warrior, the strongest general appeared in China's Three Kingdoms period, he was Lu Bu. The trumpet is about to be sounded. Will people accept being wiped out with their 7 million years of history, or will they win to prove their worth? As the battle began, the Thor and the Buddha were defenseless and step by step closer to each other. They all wanted one blow to defeat their opponent. An unexpected turn of events happened. The whole arena couldn't believe their eyes when they saw an ordinary human being on par with a god. But then Thor was also serious. It was also an acknowledgement that he sent to Laubo. A strange attack posture is being deployed. Thor's past is a man who always wins battles easily and gets bored with that. From this offensive stance came a tremendous amount of power that was being accumulated. Everyone in the gods thought that the battle was over and the attack had already been launched. But in that smoke, a slash appeared and Thor was wounded. Eldad didn't take any damage from Thor's ultimate. On the contrary, he showed great interest. Recalling the past, Lu Bu was also a person who always wanted to find someone stronger than him in the human world and realized that there was no one who could match him. He chose death because he was too boring. Two worthy opponents are fighting excitedly. Everyone's excited cheers also grew louder. The god Zeus has discovered something unusual. That's why an ordinary human weapon can resist the divine spirit? He turned his gaze towards Brun. It turned out that before the battle began, because she knew that humans would have no door when facing the gods of the gods, she called all 13 people to gather together for a plan. Thor possessed 2 extremely powerful weapons, the gauntlet and the hammer. To be able to defeat Thor, there must be another spirit. That's why she called out her 4th sister. Sacrificed his life for this battle. During the battle, Laubo's weapon glowed. That is the transcendent power called spirit, that is, using the body to turn into a spirit. His attack broke one of Thor's gauntlets to everyone's astonishment. In the divine world. Witnessing this channel, Zeus is not only not angry, but on the contrary is more excited about the god's plan. And down on the field, Thor's hammer is emitting very strong heat and its heat is increasing. Everyone is worried about me because this heat-resistant glove breaks. How can you use the hammer? Then the hammer was awakened. The god Zeus tells the legend of the hammer and the gauntlet. In fact, the gloves are not used to protect Thor from the heat of the hammer, but to restrain his power. There was a real mortal who made Thor use 100% of his strength. They have switched to their strongest attack mode. Even the gods recognized that this was the first time they witnessed the true power of Thor. He took a stance and exerted himself with a confident smile and then threw the hammer at Laubo. The power of the hammer will help the throw with absolute accuracy. Laubo also excelled at dodging the attack and bouncing up, taking advantage of the opportunity to charge. But at this moment, the hammer returned, causing Lu Bu to jump to dodge the blow. It turned out that the throw was the stepping stone for Thor to deliver a fatal blow. With all his strength, Thor unleashed a landslide. Lubo was able to take Thor's blow, but his legs were completely unwell. The pressure broke the bones of both Lubu's legs. Everyone thought that perhaps the battle had come to an end when suddenly a sound was heard and the sound of horses was coming. It came to its owner's side. Lubo regained his spirits and jumped on his horse. Lubu ran around his opponent. He was about to unleash his most powerful move. This technique has been practiced by him all his life. He trained so well that a single slash was enough to cut the sky. These two characters have bet everything they have for this attack, a direct hit that unleashes its shockwaves horribly. It is difficult for people to fully observe. Lubu's weapon was broken. Brun's fourth sister couldn't stand it and appeared and collapsed. Lubo's hands are gone. He looked up to the sky, smiled, and advanced with his horse. He gave all his strength. He finally found an opponent who could delight him in battle. Thor also offers the ending of Lubo. So the result of the first match was their victory in the sight of the gods. Humanity has come closer to death. After the defeat of Lubo, his loyal soldiers decided to die along with their master. Thor also saw this as the last thing he could do for his opponent, so he delivered the finishing blow to the army. So the human side lost its so-called strongest along with the sacrifice of Brun's sister. But Brun didn't have time to grieve. She had to prepare for the second battle. Introduce the next person to fight for the human side. The first human being was born head on earth. The one who was once considered to be created by the hands of a god, but also the one who hated the gods the most. On the side of the gods, the next greatest god in Northern Europe will be a leading god in India. But at this moment the program recommender receives a message saying that there will be a change in the order. So who will be next? A song rang out. But he is not the next to fight, but Zeus. This is the father of the gods, who is considered the top. Go back some time, before the second battle began, the main god of the gods was Shiva, but he was taken for the position. At first he refused so vehemently that there was a battle between the two gods. But Shiva gave in to the arrogance of Zeus. The battle between the father of mankind and the godfather of the gods begins. The god Zeus approached and asked about Adam's weapon. At this moment in the sky a man is coming. That is the daughter of the gods. She flies to touch Adam and transforms into a weapon. So Adam's weapon is an iron fist. With his pride, he uses no weapons. He rushed over and threw a punch close to the speed of light, but Adam dodged it easily. After that, the continuous punches towards the opponent became faster and faster, surpassing the speed of light. This move is called Twilight Lutennoyet, but no matter how fast Adam dodges it all. Zeus uses his legs like a magic axe to attack the opponent's lower body. Adam excellently jumped to avoid the blow, surprising Zeus. It was Adam's turn to counterattack the pose that copied Zeus and released it, injuring Zeus. It was somewhat faster than his previous punch, followed by a series of punches. Finally, the kick aimed at the leg is also completely accurate. Adam, I am the first person created by God. Therefore, every move of the god was perfectly copied by Adam. Zeus started getting more serious, he started another move. Stomps and jumps around and then launches a kick towards Adam, but this time is also dodged completely. Adam continued to copy the moves one by one and launched a flying kick that stuck to the stage. Zeus was furious, his muscles getting bigger and bigger, he was about to use his next move. This will probably be one of his strongest moves. According to the story, it was a trick he learned from his father. But Adam simulated it and gave Zeus that attack again. The old man lost consciousness after that punch.